the sausage tin survival kit. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to make one. Here's a great little project for those rainy days during the summer break, especially for some of you scouts. But actually these are quite handy to know how to do these, because it doesn't have to be a survival kit. You can put a blister kit in there, a small first aid kit, really anything that you don't want to get grubby or worn until you need to use it. And of course they're a bit of fun. You can see I've decorated this one up with a kind of alien format, but you can spray them up however you like. That started out as one of these, a tin of Vienna sausages. When you do finally get these open, well, don't, whatever you do, eat what's inside. They're not a sausage and they've never been to Vienna. It's all lies on the label. So this is how they go together. You get a Vienna sausage can, and using the same technology as making little alcohol stoves, get a piece of wood, block of wood, the right thickness for what you want to do. In this case I use this piece, which is about, I think it's 3/4 of an inch, that one. And then using the tip of a pair of scissors or a knife blade, put it up, and then you just round and round and round and score the can. Keep going, keep working at it, don't rush it until finally it comes apart. I kind of measured mine out with the idea that this would be my tallest item. This is a Fresnel lens, so I just made sure that when it pressed together it would just take that coil curled up, and then you press one end within the other, just the same as you do with the alcohol can construction. And of course, once you've pressed it all together, you put a little bit of silicone or any kind of goo, really. It made 100% waterproof, but instant gasket is very good, and once it's gone off you'd never get it apart again. The only way to get in is through the emergency ring pull at the top. So let's have a look at what I have in here. One Fresnel lens, one tube of super glue, one mini Swiss Army knife with scissors, a blade, a toothpick and a pair of tweezers, Monel snare wire, a lady's stocking, one of those knee-high ones, 1,000 uses, from coarse filter for water to a bit of a fishing net, good to put all of your items in, loose items and things like that to carry, zip tie, one P38 can opener, which is also make excellent strikers for ferro rods. I don't have one of those in here, but anyway. A button compass, some Advil, an alcohol swab. I'm supposed to have some fishing line in here as well. I'll cut and get that. Activated charcoal tablets, a sachet of activated charcoal, one rather gooey looking now, but it's a this is one of, it's a little tea light. You can get them on eBay. They're a little LED light. They're 100% waterproof. You can see they've got a little O-ring on them. Nice and bright. Nice little night light. And they go for, I think it's something like 16 hours. So that's got to be a winner. and you just turn it off and on by just unscrewing it a little. Obviously there's a little insulator in there for storage, but handy little light. Joke candles that reignite for assisting fire lighting. Here is its bigger brother. This one's quite handy because you can get full-size bick in there. Got fishing line and wire and cordage, and there's a little ferro rod in there. And of course you can also get a full-size compass in this one. And that's made from a Spam tin. And these are good because they're aluminium tins. So they're easy to work, they're easy to separate and make into the kit, but of course you can do it with any kind of tin, and these square type tins that the Spam and the Ham come in, if you've got the patience to work through them because they're steel, but they make quite a nice square tin. Well anyway, in this bigger kit I've got some high test fishing line. I think this is £80, so you can use that for snares or fishing or whatever. Signal mirror, full-size compass, but this is what I wanted to show you really. There's some lighter line there at the back. Now, there's a selection of hooks, you can see there, with the traces already tied to them, because you don't want to be playing around doing that with cold hands. But you'll notice that I've mounted that on a piece of tin foil. This is the thicker stuff that the baking trays and such are made of. You can also do it with the lid from sardine cans, the aluminium lid. But you can see that funny little critter in the middle there, which I've scored out so that you can tear it out when you're ready, tear it out of the foil. And the idea is you tear that out, fold it over along the black line, and you end up with one of these. Fold it round one of your hooks, grubby. Fold it round one of your hooks, and you have a little lure. Of course you can make these out of the survival tin lid as well. So there's a little idea, but there's all sorts of ideas. I've just shown some examples of what you can put in. They're a lot of fun to put together, and of course, you know, folks, you can't survive with that, and survival kit this and survival kit that. Well, the fact is, your chances of being in a survival situation is probably about 0.1% in the first place, and far less are the chances of you having the survival kit that you made in your pocket. But what they are is an excellent way of teaching forward thinking for the youngsters. And like I said, they're a handy thing for if you want to, like a blister kit or a small first aid kit, something like that. Maybe a little fire lighting kit, emergency fire lighting kit. Really good. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that one out there. If you like that, leave a comment. Let's hear some, let's get some input. Give me some input in the comments here. I'll be interested to hear your take on it. That's it from Scoutforlife for this one. See you in the next one.